and go to the comments. Welcome. Mind Shape. Hello. That infertile girl. Hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good morning. August 1st. Oh my God. Amazing. This universe is just moving forward. Let's see. Allie Sweet. Prayers for the grants. Keeping CNY Fertility affordable. That's my goal. I started this over almost 25 years ago. Amazing how we've grown so much, but we want to stay at the level where we're always kind and thinking about you in this journey and making this better. Happy August. Bethany Vellante, hello. Saturday Johnson, hello to you. Welcome from wherever you're hailing from, and let us know where you live. And we're seeing people from all over the country and the world. I'm mostly in Syracuse, but we're in Buffalo, Albany, Colorado Springs, and we're getting our Sarasota office going, monitoring for the first 3 to 6 months. We're working on our lab there. Also, don't forget Atlanta for monitoring and Rochester for monitoring. Dr. V in Atlanta. Our practitioners are great in Rochester. Vivian Edu, hello. Natalie, on my way to Syracuse. Awesome. Again, Dr. Corley, Dr. Condrip, and myself are in Syracuse on Monday. Dr. Lutheringer, also later in the week, doing retrievals and transfers, an amazing team. Dr. Banerjee can be found at any of our office pretty much. He's our roving doc. We have Dr. D'Souza and Dr. Chang in Buffalo, Dr. Fink and Dr. Magarelli in Colorado Springs. Again, we're seeing people from all over the country, all over the world, integrating Eastern and Western philosophies, and lots and lots and lots of ideas regarding reproductive immunology. And Crazy Kiltz's keto. This is my craziness. Check out the Family Building Guide on Amazon or on our website. You can get a paper copy on Amazon or download a digital copy from our website. And we do have our new book, the Fertile Feast, which is all about Kiltz's keto lifestyle. I primarily do mostly carnivore, 1 meal a day at night, but make it one meal, not 2 to 3 or 4, no snacks, keep them minimal, and slow down, minimize the exercise, get out and take a walk or ride in nature, light weights, light resistant stuff, but most of all, cool the body down. Hello, Mary of Baz, Shakwana. Hello. How often do you check your email? I try to get to it every day, rkiltz@cnyfertility.com. But if you can imagine, I get a ton of texts and emails. I try to do my best. I have to take some days off. If it's an emergency, 911, go to the emergency room. But some days I just have to shut it off so I can regroup. I get into my pottery studio, my painting studio, or I just kind of hang out in nature and take some pictures and enjoy life and relax. We all need to be doing it. Mary, Miami, Sarasota. We're working on Miami as a monitoring, but we do have mostly our Sarasota will be full IVF starting hopefully in January to March, just getting the lab all set up and getting embryologists. We're looking for embryologists, nurses, staff at our locations, and we have some new practitioners joining us. But who knows where we'll be next in helping build the CNY Fertility legacy to help affordability, quality, and access across the globe for bariatric VSG patients when it comes to improving fertility. Kiltz's keto lifestyle is always the number one philosophy. It's first of all, start with faith. You must believe in the thing you desire as if it already is, and believe and know God is within all of us. Even if you're an atheist, agnostic, spiritualist, it doesn't matter. God is within all of us. The power of positive thinking. I have a book called The Fertile Secret. If you haven't read The Secret by Rhonda Byrne, but start there. Keto is a label. Paleo is a label. And basically eat one meal a day. high fat, low to no carbs, medium proteins. You need fat, by the way, and it fuels the Ferrari. We do a lot of molecular fertility supplements for men and women. Low dose naltrexone, LDN. That's another one that a lot of people don't know about. Check it out. There's a lot of LDN books. A lot of research has been done through the years. It is really a game changer, in my opinion. But look at those things. We do a lot of laparoscopy, hysteroscopies for endometriosis. Inflammation, chronic and acute pelvic inflammatory disorders are pretty common. We are working on Pittsburgh, by the way, all over the country. And Leah Burks, yes, Pittsburgh. We see a lot of patients. Again, you can work with your OBGYN, get your monitoring there, and come up to one of our locations, again, either Colorado or New York or soon to be Florida. And also Philadelphia, Dr. Ivanov. Gennady Ivanov, a monitoring center. We're working on getting that more to make it easier to get your ultrasounds and blood work and consults for your IVF or fertility journey. Whatever it is, again, whether it's natural attempted conception, I believe that a Kiltz's Keto Lifestyle, again, through our Kiltz's Keto Lifestyle book on Amazon, our Fertile Feast, really some outstanding opposite ideas that I personally didn't believe in at all. Any tips on cooling down my internal temp? All the supplements and meds in the summer heat I can see. Again, a 3 to 6 meals a day, which is high carb diet, causes a lot of fermentation in the bowels and the belly, which heats up the body. That's where the real temperature heating up is happening. But slow it down, cool it down. Cool soaks in a tub or a bath. That really helps. We do have a lot of internal temperature due to a high carbohydrate, complex carb diet, which ultimately causes a lot of fermentation in the colon and their bowels. Just think of this. The bowels sit on top of the reproductive organs. And it's a game-changing idea that I personally didn't believe in until almost over 10 years ago. I did it personally. Bowel bleeding, arthritis, psoriasis, kidney stones, migraines, all gone. And I've never felt better in my life. Vivian Nadeau, Hamptons Road in Virginia. This is now my goal is to really bring CNY Fertility as a level for more people than ever before. Let's see. Pittsburgh, yes. Elizabeth, so thank Leah. Thank you for making little miracles happen. Officially 9 months. Awesome and amazing. Share your positive stories. Share your heartaches. Share them on our website, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. All of these modalities are our communication as a village that we can share them better and better and better. This is the key. That the more we share these ideas, the better. Is fat burner okay for fertility, lose weight? I'm not a big supplement. Minimize the supplements. I don't know. Your body is only burning fat, by the way. It never burns carbs. But every time you take all these things in there, it's adding too much to the belly, which adds too much to the sugar content. For sure. Atlanta with Dr. V, rocking and rolling. We're working on Atlanta also. Monitoring, consults, ultrasound, blood work, inseminations, surgeries, all of those are working. We're looking for some new doctors to join us in Atlanta with Dr. V. Dr. Verdialis is amazing. Working to get our better depth of multiple languages, not only Spanish, but really being able to take care of more people. Hello, Tara. Thank you. We really appreciate all the shout outs. Bring baby home 5 weeks ago. Oh my God. And look at the story is persistence and positivity. And when you're feeling down and hurt and can't do it anymore and emotional, you gotta tap into the hope line and having only positive energy and having faith. Mrs. Al Campbell, hello, how are you doing? Hashimoto's Project of Change 2. All right. Hashimoto's, is another immunologic reaction to some environmental factors that get in our body. We call those autoimmune diseases, but they're really not autoimmune. There's inflammatory reactions to plant particles, sugar, glycans, glutens, lectins, phytates, oxalates, and the chemicals that get in our body that are really, really, really the cause of most of our diseases, unfortunately. And that's why I highly recommend mostly carnivore. Oh, and Judy Cho has her website. Check her stuff out. I did a really great interview with her. It's crazy stuff. I admit it. I thought, no way. But the real truth be said, it's a crazy idea that really, really, really works. But Hashimoto's, this is where the immune protocols, and if you go to our family building guide, and I always have to go to the right page. Let's see here. If you go to page 73 on the current family building guide, has our immune protocols. Our immune protocols are talk about which treatments, and I mostly recommend level 3 and level 4, which include Plaquenil, prednisone, Neupogen, higher doses, weekly lipids, possibly IVIG and Humira. Oh, Dr. Vidali with Predimmune. We're going to be partnering and working with Dr. Vidali on doing more immunologic testing. It's been a little bit of a slow road. I apologize. Getting that where we're doing more testing to help you identify the things that you want in this process. But Predimmune, and take a look at it, where more immunologic testing to give you some guide to the process on how to be more aggressive. Amazing nurses in Rochester. Yes. For sure. Let's see, 3 weeks late for my cycle after my lap and D&C with you. Is that normal? Get a blood test, get an ultrasound. Let's look and see what's going on. Are you pregnant? We see so many people pregnant after a laparoscopy, hysteroscopy. Endometriosis is not silent if you're infertile, if you have miscarriages. But if you're looking for pain or discomfort with sex or menstrual periods, it often doesn't happen. It shows its ugly face when you're infertile and you think, oh, I don't have endometriosis. It's crazy. The Fertile Spirit, Danielle Bertelli, awesome and amazing, really tapping into that. Aaron McCullough, Fertile Hope Yoga. And that's what we're really working to do. All right. The MTHFR and how it affects fertility. So methyl tetrahydrofolic reductase. It's another protein marker, DNA genetic marker for those at higher risk of inflammatory immunologic conditions. It isn't the cause, but in the wrong environment, MTHFR may increase blood clots that happen at the microvascular level. So if you have one of the mutations, and we could check for that, give you a better idea what you should be looking at. But this is where we recommend adding prednisone, Lovenox, aspirin, up the doses. Take it before you're pregnant. Even if you're doing IUI, IVF, fresh or frozen, a month ahead of time may be more reasonable, along with things like IVIG, Humira, and Neupogen, Plaquenil, even Prograf, by the way. Receptiva DX test. Yes. KD Virgil. Yes, we do the Receptiva DX test. It's an endometrial biopsy. But 20% of the time when it says you don't have it, you may have it. So you may want to empirically treat endometriosis, either laparoscopically, surgically with excision and or vaporization, depending on the depth and the extent of the endometriosis, or letrozole with either Orilissa or Lupron for at least 2 to maybe 3 months. Lisa Martinez, how you doing today? 34, 6 embryos. When I did my first cycle at 29, recommend use my frozen embryos for the cycle I'll be doing in August, or should instead do a fresh. Quality of eggs lower with age in case I'm still trying to conceive by 40. Use my frozen. I'm still trying to conceive that. Okay. So either way, you could bank more embryos or you could use the embryos you have. You're 34, your window may be a little larger, but it depends on your AMH. No one really knows that. It's never a bad thing to bank more embryos, but what are you going to do with those embryos? Are you going to donate them? There's so many people that need those embryos sitting on ice. We want to create the mechanism that more people can get help for either donor eggs, donor sperm, donor embryos, but we need your eggs, sperm, and embryos, and we have to donate them. Donation means I donate them. And even gestational carriers, if you're capable of carrying a baby for someone, please think about it. What amazing thing to do in life is helping someone have a baby. Tisha Davis. So MTHFR mutations, again, we do a lot of treatment with Lovenox, aspirin, and prednisone, whether you've been tested or not, but we'd be glad to do more testing and then a follow-up review of what to do differently. Hey, Becky Ann, how you doing? A pleasure to everyone. Ex-babyface, good morning. 12 days past transfer and all negative pregnancy test. Can PCOS cause negative at-home pregnancy test? Yes, I do recommend a serum blood test because when you have a negative urine, it still can have a positive blood. I've seen some people with a very low positive turn out to have a baby. So we want to really make sure we're getting those blood tests. You can get them a little early. Sometimes they turn positive early, but you got to be persistent in all of this. Persistent ovarian cyst, birth control doesn't seem to help it. I don't recommend the birth control pill. I don't think if it's a hemorrhagic, you got to take time. It takes 3 to 6 months for some of those to go away. You could do a Oralisa Lupron suppression as another possibility to kind of shut down the LH and FSH from the pituitary gland is another way to do that also, which may help, or go in there and surgically remove it or stick a needle and then drain it. How soon can I do my FET after laparoscopy? Care 1513. Stage 4 endo, keto, LDN, CBD, 1 meal a day. This is fasting for fertility. Maybe that's our new one, fasting for fertility. And fasting means 1 meal a day or less, but don't go days without food. I don't recommend it. But you can do the transfer anywhere between 2 to 8 weeks afterwards. All right, Roey Wolf, let's see. Hi, I have my first consult October with CNY. I'm 37, going to be 38 in December. All semen looks good for my husband. My AMH just came back 2.225. Any recommendation treatment? Things leading up to our consult. Been trying for almost 2 years. Okay, keep trying, but don't try, do. If you haven't watched Star Wars, Master Yoda, do or do not, there be no try. Keep doing it, my friends. And keep at it. Don't stop. But this is where I recommend the CNY Fertility Family Building Guide. It kind of has all of our staff members and has a lot on options, including Kiltz's crazy keto ideas and also immunologic ideas. If you haven't had a laparoscopy, hysteroscopy, consider that. Treat with Oralisa or Lupron with letrozole. This is where LDN and CBD may come in, omega-3 fatty acids. The molecular fertility supplements, another add-on, and the ovarian bloom may be helpful for those that may have some diminished ovarian function. Now, the problem with DOR or lower reserve is sometimes we're not quite able to identify it very readily. You may have a good AMH, but only a few eggs. You may have a low AMH and make only a few beautiful eggs and embryos and babies. So that's kind of really, really important. But a lot of it is keep watching our lives. Go to look at my books on Amazon, Roey, and then check out the fertile, the fertility family building guide. Can be very helpful for you. So Priscilla, let's see, PRP, platelet-rich plasma, anti-inflammatory for the uterine environment and the ovarian environment, an injection or an infusion. We should add more of that. And we're going to be doing that more and more. None of this is a promised land, unfortunately. It's options to try, but do. And a lot of faith in all of that. Yes, we've been sold out. We're really working to get all of this all of this because of COVID, our supplies have been low. You can get our books on Amazon. Check out the website also. LDN, if you missed it 2 days ago, keep going. I believe LDN could be used and should be used throughout pregnancy. Inositol versus metformin. I believe the natural inositol and Kiltz's keto lifestyle is critical. Remember, if you're vegan or vegetarian, it's still add the fat, 1 meal a day, cook the carbs well. That's the critical key. If you're a Mediterranean or carnivarian, then add the red fatty meat, by the way. Do you do HCG wash at the same time as PRP? You could do HCG PRP washes, absolutely. Adam Daniels. I personally think that the PRP, HCG, and even Neupogen washes can be very helpful. The problem is in Western medicine, we try to write a paper that proves it beyond a shadow of a doubt. Unfortunately, they don't. There's a lot of things that we do that aren't proven beyond a shadow of a doubt. So we're doing our very best to make this happen better and better. Atlanta should begin doing ovarian PRP with a little local. We may be getting to do some local and some MAC anesthesia with Dr. V and doing those coming up soon. We are doing a lot of revamping and growing. We want to make sure we're there for everyone, but things take time. Lots of time, right? Everyone's doing well, I hope, this beautiful Sunday, August 1st, another beautiful day in the universe. Nicole Bailey, first retrieval, 1 egg, didn't make day 1 to day 1. Second retrieval, no eggs. Was supposed to get donated embryos from coworker. Last all communication with her. Okay. Defeated, we all feel from time to time. But in our defeats, in our failures, in our faults and worries and fears, we need to stand still and begin to listen and read the words of wisdom that human beings of philosophy and religion and spirituality and God have given us. Do not give up, Nicole. Keep at it. Look towards and keep imagining that those eggs and embryos are coming. The sperm is coming. The baby is coming. Joseph Murphy, a book that I really love, Joseph Murphy. If you haven't read his stuff, I always have to go here. I think this is called The Miracle Power of Your Mind, Joseph Murphy. I highly recommend it. You know, it's one of those things you may not be able to say it too clearly. I do a ton of audiobooks. You can get some of my books on audio, but it really is amazing. Nicole, defeated after my fibroid removal. I know, listen, we all feel defeated from time to time. You got to regroup. Go into your silent spot, your place of meditation and prayer. And I listen to these books that help fill my brain and my mind with more positive energy. I recognize there's a lot of fear and worry and negativity in the world, but we don't have to live that. We can imagine that this journey we're on is the best amazing journey we've ever experienced. And what we're that the stress and struggles are the things that give us strength in life. That's really important to do. And so it takes time, Nicole, for everything to heal up. So don't give up. What day of your cycle should you start estrogen for FET? Technically, you could start the estrogen with ovulation, but typically somewhere between day 2 and day 6, we start the estrogen after baseline. I'm looking more and more to add Orilissa for about 14 days to the estrogen to kind of keep the LH surge down. We're going to be talking about that much more. Mimi Poppins, mindset. It's a mind game, right? The more you function of the mind. That's why I wrote my book, The Fertile Secret. That's where I've done my lives, and I also do my Mind, Body, Smile videos, which is a reading from my book on daily inspirations and intentions, because we need to fill and fuel the mind, the Ferrari, with love and kindness and positivity, even when we're suffering. FET with irregular cycles, are cycles needed? Menstrual cycles are not needed. When my team says, call with your period, I don't get regular periods, I'm sorry. Get an ultrasound, get blood work, see where you're at. Then we can go ahead and get you started, by the way. And even if you're having a regular cycle, sometimes get a baseline. I do a lot of estrogen prometrium, estrase 2 to 4 milligrams, prometrium 200 to 400 milligrams along with Omnitrope, human growth hormone, Cerevital, which is a more of a homeopathic oral Cerevital human growth hormone, can be very helpful in helping for the sperm source, the egg source, improving your egg and sperm quality to make a better embryo, and also helping that beautiful implantation site to function better. Let's see. Takia Wolford. Yes, let's see. Add-ons. Do you recommend successful pregnancy? Again, the add-ons, well, page 73, the family building guide. Check it out. And things like low-dose aspirin, prednisone, Z-Pak, doxycycline, antibiotic. We do a lot of the antihistamine protocol, Pepsid, Claritin, and Benadryl. The dietary supplements when they're in, and stay keto. Kiltz is keto when you're pregnant and beyond. Game change. Lipids weekly. I usually do the lipids weekly until about 12 weeks, and then consider them maybe every 2 weeks until 28 weeks, and maybe every 4 weeks until term. But again, these are some empiric things that we're not going to find the absolute answer. But I think there's a lot of mental and physical support throughout this process. Add-ons like, again, the PRP, HCG, and Neupogen washes, this Somaderm, Cerevital, or human growth hormone, Omnitrope, even through the FET cycle. Usually stop it once you're pregnant. And then the antimicrobial protocol, which is either Keflex or with Flagyl or Levoconazole, Valtrex, and Diflucan. And there's so many things, it seems overwhelming. We do a lot of natural cycle IUIs, IVF, frozen transfers. Ask about them. It's just an option. We sometimes become so rigid in this fertility world. That's the craziness. Let's see. Anna Robinson, embryo glue is done on all of our clients. We also are adding on the Zymot, which is a sperm separation for an extra couple $100. We don't know whether you need it or not. ICSI is kind of our standard, but those are some of the things that we're adding. Pixie is another one, which is a little disc with a sperm can swim to when we pick them off that. It's a couple of $100 add-on also. I know all these add-ons, it's an inexpensive airlines, but all these add-ons to carry extra baggage. Sorry about that. Babyface X. IVF cycle was to fail. Okay, so if it ends to fail, do you believe I'll get my menstrual cycle on my own? I have PCOS. My cycles are irregular. Could it be 2+ years? It could be 2+ years before getting on my own. If you ovulate from an IVF cycle, you should get your menstrual period naturally after you, if you don't get pregnant, if we do a fresh transfer. Off topic, my periods drag out until ovulation. So is there still leftover blood when I ovulate? Mari thinks that we can't get pregnant naturally. Have you heard of this? Tried one IUI that failed. That's interesting. Sarah Petty. Hysteroscopy, DNC, an endometrial biopsy looking at inflammation. There may be a polyp or fibroids or inflammation there. But I think this is where ovulation induction with either letrozole, I don't use Clomid very much, letrozole with low-dose gonadotropins, a trigger shot with either intercourse IUI or looking towards IVF, an egg retrieval with either a fresh transfer or freeze embryos. So I think that you got to look for something pathologic going on that may be causing that bleeding to be happening. Sperm separation, what is it for? Dream love, sperm separation for IUI or IVF, where we either wash the sperm, centrifuge it, or we just add it to the Zymot device and then pick the sperm out for either IUI or IVF, where we either inject sperm or do a natural insemination. 48 years old, and my son is now 8 months. April Leahy, awesome. Keep sharing your stories. Even share your pain, your regret, your sorrow. We need to come together as a team to better a family. We're really a CNY fertile family. We are here as a family building together. And most of all, remember, do not lose faith. faith over facts, spirit over science. I'm telling you, it seems crazy. I'm a scientist, a writer, a researcher, but ultimately I've learned something, that a smile, a hug, and just a moment of listening, we can all uplift our energy. Epinephrine and cortisol, you want oxytocin and serotonin, and that's through meditation, prayer, visualization. Patience in the process is the key to getting where you want to go. And if you are infertile, repetitive losses, you have something physically and mentally, emotionally. It's all one and the same. They're not separate, by the way. There's something going on that's damaging your body. We have ways of looking deeply into this, but most of all, check out all these ideas that we're sharing, how through meditation, prayer, and a more Kiltz's keto lifestyle with intermittent feasting, longer episodes of fasting, and add the fat. That's the key, by the way. Aaron Kairos Cyrus, hello to you. Harmony Kelly, 2 cycles, only 1 embryo, both times, both transfers failed. One was tested 3AB with no issues. Advice at this point. Well, that's where, again, family building guide, laparoscopy, hysteroscopy, or 2 months of the Orlissa or Lupron with letrozole, the antihistamine, antimicrobial protocol. And you got to change your diet today. Diet is a live it plan. The modern healthy lifestyle of which we've been recommended, which is a grazing animal diet. We're not grazing animals. We're mostly hunters and occasional gatherers. We're meant to eat more fatty meat. But again, if you're a vegan or vegetarian, it's add the fat, hemp seed oil, coconut oil, butter and cream, and eggs, by the way. All right. KedXOX, hugs and kisses. Pregnant with the 4th cycle, Clomid. 4th, should I consider getting other tests done for me? If so, what do you recommend? My husband's analysis came back normal. So normal does not mean normal. Only normal we know is if you have a successful pregnancy. It could be the egg and the sperm, the embryo, and the environment. But this is where the family building guide, I think, is critical and key. Look at it, read it. Look at my websites, CNYfertility.com. Go to drkiltz.com. Take a look at these ideas. It really is radical. I've seen so much success where, like, everyone thought, oh my God, come on, this can't be really true. It is amazing, by the way. Look at our supplements. Talk to your doctor about a laparoscopy, hysteroscopy, the antibiotics, and the antimicrobial, the antihistamine, and the anti-endo protocols. Project, let's see, of change. Again, how to increase your AMH. All the things in here will help increase your AMH and increase your fertility. I've seen it at 44, at 24. Inflammation due to what we eat, and the 4 major causes, all from a high plant-based herbivore diet. We are not herbivores. If you eat like a carnivore, even if you're eating plants, you will feel better, reduce inflammation, and so often it'll just happen naturally. But this is where LDN, CBD, keto, acupuncture, massage, meditation, right? Faith over facts. Always, by the way. And you may do a hysteroscopy, by the way, separate from a laparoscopy. But if you're doing a laparoscopy, tell them to add on the hysteroscopy. Look in there. Do a gentle clean out. Sometimes just cleaning out the uterine cavity, bingo, pregnancy happens. Do not give up. And again, whether it's adoption or donor eggs, embryos, a gestational carrier, or happy in this journey, no matter what is happening, you're in charge of your life, no one else. Don't let the devil out there get you down in here, because it's all God. The faith and spirit of the universe is built in the mind that we have within us. And you're the game changer of your life. No one and nothing else, by the way. Let's see. Acupuncture, help with inflammation. Acupuncture, massage, chiropractic, meditation, prayer. Cool tubs, not hot tubs. Cool the body down. That'll help reduce inflammation for sure. And check out the CNY Fertile support groups, www.facebook.com/groups. And then they got a bunch of numbers. But Vanessa Rodriguez, thank you for sharing that with all of us. Go to your OBGYN and ask them for a laparoscopy hysteroscopy. If they have any questions, tell them go to Kiltz's CNY Fertility Family Building Guide, or simply give Dr. Kiltz a call, 315-416-9872. You can text me. But remember, email rkiltz at CNY Fertility or jtaylor@CNY Fertility. Justine's amazing. But listen, we're all working together. The patient portal is a great place to communicate. We're working to do our very best in this COVID craziness. We are inundated, and it takes a lot of patience and prayers. That's the key. Faith first. But talk to your OBGYN doctors or GYN doctors regarding endometriosis, inflammation. Talk to them about a laparoscopy, hysteroscopy for endo, scar tissue. If you have a hydrosalpinx, remove it. This stuff is quite amazing, by the way. You guys doing good? 1037, another beautiful August. Oh my gosh, 2021. Another beautiful week. Dr. Corley, Dr. Kiltz. Let's see. Corley, Condor, Kiltz, Lutheringer this week. Hopefully Dr. Banerjee. Oh, Dr. Faruqi in Montreal. He's on vacation for the week. By the way, I'm going to take like the 10th through about almost the 20th. I'm going to be down and out, minor procedure, just to kind of keep things flowing and healthy for me. But we're all working together, and sometimes we all need to take some time, by the way. Fertile Hope Yoga, virtual classes. Yes, we're working on getting more virtual classes for everyone, every week, every day. It's all virtual. Let's see. You can get my books, by the way, KedXO on Amazon. Go to our website. Go to drkiltz.com. Share books and ideas that you've written or you've read that are helpful. Oh, get yourself a journal. Start writing in your journal. But if you notice you're writing a lot of negative thoughts, begin to change them up. Write the loving, positive thoughts every day, because love is the leader of your life. And the more you can love, even love the crazy shit going on with this journey of infertility, don't let it go. Planning to go to the USA to get out IVF, but we need assistance in Spanish. Dr. V and her team, we're adding more Spanish speaking to our team. We also have translators if we need. I apologize that, but yes, we are working. Let's see, we're really working to get our Spanish speaking team rocking and rolling, because we know that so many people are coming from Spanish speaking countries, and we want to be the game changer to help with that more and more. Allie Waldron. Let's see, Shelly Bulger. Should I get the 2 ultrasounds listed on website before my consultation? So if you have your OBGYN doctors do the blood work listed, ultrasound, saline sonogram, HSG, so the hysterosalpingogram, and if they haven't done a laparoscopy, hysteroscopy, it may be worth doing that. Check out your AMH. Get full genetic testing, SEMA4, for your sperm source and the egg source. You can do all these things. Look at your AMH. Look at metabolic panel. My belief is if you can get all this stuff ahead of time, get it in your portal. When we do your consult, we can review them. But quite often we can give you a plan that'll help you move forward without all those numbers, but they might tweak a very little. We do a lot of low dose protocols, mini dose protocols, and natural dose protocols. We do a lot of day 3 fresh and frozen transfers, a lot of day blast 5, 6, and 7 freeze and fresh transfers. We do a lot of PGS testing, looking at genetic abnormalities, translocations, mutations, or just looking aneuploidy. And we do a tremendous amount of gender, if that's something you're interested in also. How long do you recommend to take Omni, and how low dose naltrexone before you start? So low dose naltrexone, 3 to 4.5 milligrams for at least 2 to 8 weeks is good. Omnitrope, 2 to 8 weeks is good, or Cerevital is good. These are all good things that you can add. But number one, Kiltz's keto lifestyle. For me, it's carnivore. But for many, again, you don't have to do my personal diet. Keto is a low inflammatory, high fat, low carb diet. It's a game changer. And for me, it's one meal a day. If you have extra calories you're carrying, that one meal is amazing. If you don't want to lose any more weight, add the cream, the butter. I do my ice cream. Kiltz's keto ice cream is a kick-ass amazing. Kiltz's kick-ass keto is amazing. I know. Listen, it's ideas that I'm sharing. There's no proprietary information. Please share it with everyone and anyone. We want you to do that. DHEA may be helpful in everyone's fertility. There's so many things out there. If you have ideas, bring them to us. What did you do? What should you do to get your fertile life back? Again, whether you had a baby or not. And if you have a very, 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 very low AMH, let's work on getting more donated eggs and embryos and sperm at a lower cost, because we want to continue to be the low cost leader with high quality and access for everyone, no matter your size, gender description, color description, shape. It doesn't matter. Wherever you're at, we are CNY Fertility are here to help you grow and build your business of fertility business. All right, baby making business to get you that beautiful baby that you've so dreamed about, and hold the dream. Check out again, Joseph Murphy's really great ideas, by the way. Get your levels checked first. How soon you start a cycle of laparoscopy? 2 to 4 weeks, not long. Kiana, continue DHEA with stims. Yes, you could continue the DHEA with stims in general. Once you're pregnant, we recommend stopping it. You can stay on inositol and also metformin and LDN with pregnancy. And many of the things like Neupogen, Plaquenil, prednisone, Lovenox, aspirin may be longer through at least the first trimester, if not long. Let's see. How can you best ensure egg maturity? I've had 2 egg retrievals with Dr. Corley. Maturity were an issue. So this is, again, Kiltz's keto, do the supplements, trigger with HCG and Lupron, take some human growth hormone, maybe a little gonal and low-dose HCG, or gonal and Menopur, or the Follistim with either of those. Breath and smile every day. Thank you, God, Lord, creator, for the day. Thank you, nature. Thank you for this life. The more you share those words in your mind, in the mirror, to the universe, and write them down in your daily journal of life. A little bit of exercise, by the way, is okay. Kiltz isn't against exercise. Light weights, light motion. Don't build up a huge sweat, because you don't want it. You want the oxygen and the flow. Keep the body cool, by the way. Do you suggest checking for endometriosis before starting IVF? I recommend that. I believe that endometriosis is just another intra-abdominal pelvic inflammatory condition, which I think is due to a dietary lifestyle that we're eating the wrong things. It's a bowel disorder, inflammation. And so, yes, it may be worth either empirically treating medically or surgically, or making the diagnosis via a Receptiva DX. If it's positive, you got it. If it's negative, 20% chance that you still may have it, even with the negativity. So these are just things to treat and do. The problem with modern medicine, our ability to answer it accurately 100% is not so good, by the way. Recipient IVF coming soon. My partner carrier stopped getting her periods. Any recommendations? Get an ultrasound and blood work. Iandre. Get ultrasound and blood work, even though she doesn't get periods, because then we can see what's going on, look at the lining, put her on Orilissa, Lupron, or estrase prometrium. All right, minoxidil, September cycle. I had my prescription labs and ultrasound done yesterday, still waiting. The labs come back. My AFC was only 6. AFC of 6 is great, by the way. Don't use the word only in any of your language. The supplements, minoxidil is one of them, but after these results, I'm wondering if I should stop taking that. I am usually regular 26 days. You know, all this stuff that we're adding could be could be harmful in some ways because we don't know what's in everything and what you might be allergic to. So yes, sometimes too much is too much. Eliminate it all. I personally drink water, rarely drink alcohol, a martini, extra filthy dirty once in a while. I've been off tea and coffee now for 4 months. And I do occasionally get into the treadmill, very light, 20 minutes. It's a walk. And I do light weights, but mostly the mind is the master. But a lot of this is, what do you do next? Well, we're going to do something. And if that doesn't work, we're going to do something different. The problem is our ability to look at your numbers and say, this is the perfect protocol for you. It doesn't exist. We have our usual and customary that we know often works with your case, but our ability to say, this is the one, it's not there, unfortunately. It's not there. Let's see, Miami Princess Forever. Awesome. 28 weeks. Always faith. Keep going. And never, ever give it up. Actually, give it up to the mind, the master, God in the sky, within all of us. It's the energy and vibration of our lives. So don't give it up, by the way. Monitoring clinics in Southern California. I am working on monitoring clinics in Southern California, in the South Bay, Orange County area, the LA area, in the North area. We're seeing so many people come to Colorado. It's really more affordable. And so we're working on that. That's our next level. So if you have any OBGYNs that can help us do that, we're going to work with them to help bring our monitoring more affordable, by the way. Let's see. Christy Baldwin, 40 in September, laparoscopy hysteroscopy, Dr. Lutheringer. Recovery has been great. Cycle due August 23rd. Retrieve fresh transfer. Want to get COVID vaccine. First dose would be August. I think getting your COVID vaccine is a good idea. Fresh transfer in September, I think you're good. Get the vaccine. It's better than the virus. Oh, I'm having a little bit of hernia surgery on the 10th at Kraus. Dr. Sartori, really excited about him taking care of a few little defects that happen to our bodies over time. So that's why I'm going to be out potentially for a week or two, but I'll still be doing my best to keep going and helping everyone throughout the process. At 65, our bodies do break down a little bit, but this has been stuff I've carried for a long time. Let's see. J.K. Vanden Gillen. Yes, I think that 1 meal a day is recommended. And Keto for Pregnancy. That's our new book. Kiltz's Keto for Fertility and Pregnancy. We're going to be coming up with this and sharing these thoughts and ideas, how it's a game changer. There's too much diabetes in pregnancy, too much hypertension in pregnancy. It's because we're recommending the wrong diet for the human lioness and lion. We are that, not grazing animals. I do recommend staying on Kiltz's Keto. It's a high-fat, low to no carbs, 1 meal a day. If you see yourself losing too much weight, then add the fat, cream, butter, eggs, amazing. Quiche, amazing. Add a little bit of fatty cheese all day long. 5th round of Clomid, or consider other fertility treatments, 28. Well, that's where, again, laparoscopy, hysteroscopy, if what you're doing, I don't use Clomid. Letrozole, low-dose injectables, low-dose naltrexone, CBD oil, Kiltz's Keto, amazing. That's where I'd recommend in this. But if IUIs with Clomid aren't working, try letrozole, try surgery, or move on to IVF as the next factor. Factor 8, Amber Carlton. Any known clotting disorders, and don't have 6 weeks. I'm on Lovenox 30 milligrams. I have subchorionic hematoma, when can they be safe to stop? I haven't had any bleeding. If you have a subchorionic hematoma, I usually recommend holding back on the Lovenox and the aspirin and then restarting. But this is where, again, keto, low-dose naltrexone, maybe the steroids, if you're not on either dexamethasone or prednisone, add them and up the dose a little bit. And it may be worth adding the antimicrobial, either Keflex or amoxicillin, because I think there are a lot of inflammatory things that are trying to attack our body. Remember, we're just a culture dish. As a culture dish, other organisms want to use us as their food and place to live. And the crazy part of this, even plants are live organisms that don't want to die. They've created poisons and products to kill us, reduce our reproductive lifespan. It's a crazy concept, but my belief is that high plant-based, low carb, high carb diet is the killer. Low fat diet is the killer. That's it. Crazy. Dreamy Love, thank you for the shout out. And I'll keep you posted on my progress coming up here, by the way. Let's see. Please read me. It's okay to do a hysteroscopy at the same time. Yes, we do hysteroscopies with retrieval. Sometimes they're only diagnostic, depending on what we find. Quite often, we can do a diagnostic and a little scratch, freeze all, and do a transfer the next cycle. That works really nice. Currently, we're able to do hysteroscopies, I think, at most of our centers, but we're working to get that more rocking and rolling at all of our places, by the way. Let's see. Miami Princess Forever, Kiltz's Keto. Do have a high MH, 40. We have 28 embryos. We PGS tested, all check out. And again, stay Kiltz's Keto lifestyle forever. Amazing game changer. I did this when I was 55. Bowel bleeding, arthritis, psoriasis, kidney stones, and migraines gone. I believe arthritis, cancer, all the diseases we suffer from is a high plant-based 3 to 6 meals a day. Don't do it. Fasting is lasting. You should fast 23 hours a day. Get that one beautiful meal a day. Do that one light workout a day. Do that infinite mindful meditation all day long. Don't stop, by the way. Super Freshy, 8 weeks, keto immune protocol. Should I keep the same protocol embryo implanted? Yes, you might, but if you haven't had a laparoscopy, hysteroscopy, or we might need to up it up to the level 4 immune protocol, and we should talk and see if there's anything else to do. Yes, chromosomal issues could have caused it, but the chromosomal issues are caused by inflammation that at the microscopic DNA level cause DNA damage. So that's why we want to change the internal environment within our bellies, our bowels. And it's amazing. Stop just shoving whatever it is in your mouth. Be very discerning of what you put in your mind and you put in your mouth. That's critical for all of us to gain health and wellness. Remember, the ivory tower has some great ideas, but why is the cost of healthcare going up? Why is it getting more complicated? Why are more and more people suffering? Why is COVID affecting so many people? The wrong diet recommended for the human Ferrari. That is it. We need to be the game changers and be responsible for your body. My ideas are radical. I didn't believe any of it. Again, you could be a vegan, you could be a vegetarian, you could be a Mediterranean, you could be a carnivarian, whatever you choose. Be discerning. Get to the one meal. Infinite mindful positive moments. Whether you're a Muslim or Christian, a Buddhist or Jewish or an agnostic or atheist, it doesn't matter. Hold true to faith, by the way. Diamond Guap, how you doing today? Abby Who, when do you suggest we eat the one meal? I recommend it at night before you go to bed, or if it's in the morning and you go to bed. That one meal is always best before you go to bed in order to rest and digest. We all get tired after a meal. Don't get on the treadmill. Don't go back to work. Go and take a nap. Rest it out. That is the most game-changing, amazing thing I've ever learned. One meal at night is the kick-ass amazing thing on Kiltz's Keto Lifestyle. Let's see. Allison Wonderland, probably not until January, I think, for FETs. It might be sooner. We have a part of our building, 5922 Cattleman Lane, I think it is, in Sarasota, corner of Cattleman and Cattleman Lane, right down the street from Doctors Hospital. But we're going to be working with doctors at all locales in Florida and anywhere in this country, in this world, between Lakewood Ranch and Sarasota, Venice. But again, everywhere in this world, we're working with your doctors on this, but we hope to be getting them very soon. Dr. Kondrup has over hundreds. He has more retrievals and transfers in the 3 months he's been here than 99.9% of the fellows in a reproductive endocrinology fellowship. There are not enough people being trained as fertility doctors, practitioners. That's the problem. Our job is to train both embryologists and fertility specialists so we can help continue to make this the most affordable journey around. Zymot recommended for MFI with low count and motility. Yes, I think that the Zymot is recommended whether you do an IUI or IVF. Again, it's an add-on, a couple $100. We're doing it mostly in our Syracuse. It'll be coming to Albany and Colorado Springs, and also at our other locations for IUIs. Machi, I travel to CNY. I live in Queens. Dr. Brandeis, Dr. Palta is down there, but I think Dr. Palta, Dr. Brandeis are the main players. We're working with Dr. Vidale again on reproductive immunology and really helping that work. FemView. I don't know that answer what we're doing mostly with the FemView, by the way, and I apologize. I'll check it out, but it's another option, and I'll get more on the FemView. I haven't really been recommending it, so I don't know that answer too much. All right, let's see here. You guys doing great, I'm sure. So thank you, everyone, for all your questions, comments, concerns. We really appreciate everyone joining us today. Double mutation coming for my second retrieval, Dr. Mag, in a week. Folate. The most important part, if you're taking our supplements, the methylfolate is in there. If it's at least two grams, and 2 milligrams, 2,000 is good. But mostly, again, it's get rid of the plants which contain the chelation that's damaging our absorption of folate, by the way. It's kind of crazy. And talk to them about the level 3 immune protocol with the double dose of Lovenox, the double dose and higher doses of prednisone, by the way. All right. You guys doing good? Thanks again for all the shout outs. Let us know where you live, where you're coming from, and keep sharing, by the way. Let's see. IVIG, worth it before transfer. I think IVIG is worth it, but it's more expensive, unfortunately. And we don't have an accurate method to say, wow, you absolutely need it. Like IVF, it's just another treatment in the line of treatment options. So yes, I think 20 grams every 2 weeks to at least 14 weeks is the usual plan that we've been recommending. Elizabeth Gingle, AMH 3.8 high for 37. That's a great AMH. But again, it's the majority of our problems stem from a pre-diabetic condition, metabolic disorder, PCOS-like. The problem is we're eating too many carbs. Lettuce is a carbohydrate. Kale is a carbohydrate. Lentils are carbohydrate. Beans, seeds, nuts, fruits, fiber, vegetables, smoothies, shakes, all this stuff. I'm sorry. A plant protein is a carb which causes inflammation, damages our bodies. It causes microvascular inflammation, which causes blood clots, the microvascular level. Again, when you're predisposed with MTHFR or other thrombotic chromosomal or genetic disorders, you're at higher risk for that, by the way. I don't know the Brevard County, but our CNY support group, everyone, please, who do you go to? Who is supporting CNY Fertility? Continue access, quality, and affordability. That's what we need to keep going in this journey, by the way. Next grant recipient announcement. Aaron, I'm not sure when the next grant recipient is coming out, but Will, who's in Malaysia, keep sharing his ideas and helping everyone on this amazing, amazing journey. How to do keto. Yes, my books on Kiltz's keto lifestyle and the Fertile Feast are helpful. And even our book on the Family Building Guide can help with understanding keto. Check out Maria and Craig Emmerich. If you're interested in carnivore, Sean Baker, Judy Cho, Ken, my brain, Ken Berry is out there, but so many. Maria and Craig Emmerich. Maria, we love you. go to mariamindbodyhealth.com. She's awesome. She's sharing ideas for your health and wellness. Let's keep at it. Have faith. Never, ever, 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 ever stop, by the way. Metformin right now at 6 weeks, pregnancy is causing me to lose lots of weight. Kiltz is keto, and yes, get off the metformin. That might be an issue. I love you guys. I'll see you next Sunday. Let's keep the spirit of joy high and hopes high and never, ever give up. And when you're down and frustrated and angry and sad and depressed, connect on Mind, Body, Smile. Listen and learn from some positivity out there because you deserve it. Remember, your mind is the master of your life and your fertility is already there. God bless. I'll see you guys next week or not sooner in the office. Pictures are fun. We love to take them, by the way. Lots of selfies. God bless. See you guys.